Hi, I'm Lee Partridge and welcome back to Col U TV for our midweek show as we look at all the latest news from the JobServe Community Stadium. We're coming to the end of a hat-trick of away games with the trip to Crewe this weekend. A big 3 points as every game is at the moment, and we'll be going there hoping we can get something from the game itself. So let's take a look back at our last victory against the Railwaymen. A great evening here at the JobServe Community Stadium, and we'll be hopefully celebrating another 3 points come Saturday afternoon away at Crewe. And if we're going to be, then we have to start taking some of the chances that we've been creating. That's the thoughts from Matt Bloomfield, who spoke to Glenn Speller after the match at Newport.
Matt, there wasn't too much in that game, but you concede unfortunately from a set piece, and from there on in it's going to be an uphill battle.
Yeah, I agree totally with you, Glenn. There was nothing in the game. We were comfortable. We were executing our game plan until we concede from a set piece, which obviously puts us on the back foot. We've got a habit of shooting ourselves in the foot at the moment. When we're, Tuesday night, we were comfortable in the game, concede 2 from set pieces, and we're behind and chasing. And again today, we're comfortable in the game. Like I say, we had a plan, and the boys were executing that, and we felt comfortable. We had a couple of half chances ourselves. Fred's had a shot from a pullback. We nearly had a couple of nearly moments. They haven't really given anything to their, getting a bit panicky on the sides, and then we ended up conceding from a long throw. So obviously extremely disappointing.
I mean, you were critical on Tuesday of conceding from those set pieces, but the one today is a long throw and it's come off the back of your head of your defender. It's not like you've been opened up from that one.
No, we haven't been opened up. Obviously, I think late on we opened up a couple of times when you're chasing the game, which happens in cup matches. No excuses about that. They did open us up a couple of times late on, but like you say, up until we were chasing it, I felt comfortable. Even their second goal, I felt like we were the ones in the ascendancy. We were getting deliveries into their box. We were playing in their half, and then we found a way to concede. Sam Rashley's on the floor with cramp, injured, and these little moments. Obviously his man gets free in the middle of the park, switches the play, and they go and score. So, take it on the chin. We've got to keep working. There's some good bits today, some not so good bits, but those little moments are going against us in the moment. But I've been around football long enough to know that if you do the right things often enough and work hard enough, those things change.
The second goal, as you say, they ended up with the extra man because your player's down injured. The player who is down injured, I thought was outstanding today, Sam Rashley.
He was absolutely brilliant. Fair play to Ash. We've had a couple of had some moments. I promised him when I walked through the door I was there for him, and it's taken a little bit of time. He's played right back in the game for me. he's played a couple of 21s games. He's been there or thereabouts, and things haven't quite opened up for him to play. I thought on Tuesday night he came on at Barrow, and I thought he was only on for 10 minutes, but he was excellent. And today I thought he was excellent again. Fair play to him. I think the only thing you can ask of players is that they work as hard as they possibly can and be prepared, because opportunities in football do arise, and he's gone and grabbed it today. So fair play to him.
They're 1-0 up, you're going into the second half. It just seemed bits and pieces from you going forward. There was no sort of period where you sort of had them under pressure for 5-10 minutes, bits and pieces, passes going astray and that sort of thing, just lacking cohesiveness. Yeah,
I think so. Maybe that little bit of confidence after coming off the back of Tuesday night as well, and we're 1-0 down. Maybe that's crept in a little bit second half, like you say. We had quite a few nearly moments, but didn't quite until John's chance near the end when he didn't connect from Clamps across. I think it was probably a better chance than what you made it look, really, if I'm honest. Like you say, bits and pieces. I felt like we had a little bit of ascendancy. I felt like we played in their half a little bit, but didn't cut them open, not nearly enough as what I was hoping. But like I say, maybe that comes with a little bit of the scoreline and the situation we were in.
That's 1,100 miles we've all done this week now. It's been a bruising week in plenty of ways, I'm sure, on the back of defeats. How do you? The question's coming. How do you turn it around? What do you do? Can you see how, well, I need to do this? This needs to happen. What can happen?
Yeah, I can see where we need to move forward. Obviously, we've had injuries to real big players as well. We were missing, Kwesi Appiah, Cole Scouse, John Akinde's just come back from injury. Thomas Smith's been out. Emmy Hughes is out. Tom Dallison is out. So slowly but surely those boys are getting back. We've got a squad behind them. We know some of the intricacies of the team, of what we need to fix, and we're trying to do that. We've had absolutely no time on the training ground, as you say, all those miles, so we're trying to put some things in place as much as we possibly can. But I'm not going to make excuses. We want to win football matches, absolutely. I've not come here to lose matches. I apologise to the supporters who've made all those trips to Barrow and Newport here, and we've come away with nothing. I really feel for those guys. Generally, at heart, I'm a football fan myself, and I know those guys are hurting, and I'm not going to hide behind any excuses. Certainly not. All I know is that we'll keep working. We'll keep looking to improve the team. We know where we need to improve. Obviously there's plenty that we need to do, and we'll get back in on Monday morning on the training ground, and we'll keep moving forward.
It hits hard. We know losing games of football hits hard. It makes my job easier if you win games. It makes your job a heck of a lot easier if you're winning games. You've got to look for the reaction, haven't you? And I'm sure you're disappointed that the impact hasn't happened immediately.
Of course, yeah. When I first come in, first few games, we won a couple in the EFL Trophy, and we beat Harrogate. And even the other week, I thought the two home performances against Crawley and Stevenage were very, very good. Unfortunately, we've had a lot of away games, a lot of miles to cover, and not much training time, and results have kind of accumulated a little bit in the last week, which has been extremely disappointing. Tuesday and Saturday. So, like I say, Glenn. Not going to hide behind any excuses. We want to do better. We need to do better, and I'll front it up as much as I can, because I'll take it on my shoulders. I've got broad shoulders. I'm a resilient character, and I know those boys are trying everything they possibly can. We need to give them a little bit more help. We need to give them a bit more direction. But they're working as hard as they can, and we'll make sure we have a good look on the training pitch.
And obviously, we appreciate you coming up, and you've got a long trip back. We all have, but just finally, are the players giving you everything as well, day in, day out?
100%. I 100% believe they are. I wouldn't be stood here if I didn't think that. Those boys are hurting like I am. They don't want to be in this position. I certainly don't want to be in this position. No one at our football club, the supporters don't. And like I say, I feel for them, because they're covering loads of miles. They want the football club to be successful. We all do. And we will stop at nothing. And I've said it, I'll say it again, I'll stop at nothing to make this club successful. We're going to work every hour God sends to make it right. No, it's not just about hard work. We need to be diligent with that, and we've got plans of how we want to move ourselves forward. But we have to keep fronting up. In life, it's a bit of a cliche. It doesn't matter how many knocks you get. You have to keep getting up. You have to keep moving forward. You have to keep fronting up and showing up. And that's what we're going to do.
And I know I said just finally again, and this will be the last one. Do you feel that you've come in and inherited maybe a hangover from the last 2.5 years? Because it's been going on a while now, and we've always said it's not just you, it wasn't just the previous head coach or the one before him or the one before him. Do you feel that maybe there's a little bit there that might be psychological? Or not?
Undefeated in 5, and I do feel as though it's a team that
it's hard to put into words. We've had a lot going on this week with the incident on Tuesday evening. The miles are covered, and I've been certainly wanting to take it on my shoulders as much as I possibly can, because I'm here to do that. But these boys care. They care about this football club, and they want to move forward as a group. They're a real good bunch. There's some real good people in that change room. There's real good people in this football club, and irrespective of what's gone on before me, that's not for me to comment on or to say. All I know is what I care about is the next action in any of our lives. That's all we can do about what's been and gone in history. We can't change history. As much as some people would like to at times, we can't change history. So what we can do is keep moving forward. It's only words. We have to follow that up with actions. If I give my word, we'll keep doing that. The only thing we can do now is, again, watch the game, analyse the game, see where we need to move forward, get back into work. My Sunday will be spent watching football and making plans. And this week we'll work as hard as we can. And like I say, it's not for me to comment on what's been or gone. I'm here in this position right now, and I accepted this position because I'm enthused and energised and really excited by what can come for Colchester United moving forward, and I want to be right at the front of that, and I believe that we can do that.
So Matt will be heading to Gretzky Road in a positive mood and looking to get all 3 points. Right, we've entered November, so that means it's time for Goal of the Month competition. There's some crackers in here. Head over to Col U Tickets after the show to cast your vote, and we'll announce the winner next week. Some great goals there. So head across to Col U Tickets in a few minutes and you can cast your vote. Getting towards the end of the show now, but just to mention that the next game here at the JCS will be the under-18s. They're in action against Maidstone United. That's next Wednesday in the second round of the FA Youth Cup. And also a big mention to them yesterday, getting through the group stage of the Professional Development League Cup. They had to win by 2 goals against Oxford United. They run off 5-0 winners, so they progress through the group stages. So well done to them. Tickets for next Wednesday against Maidstone, they're on sale. Go to Col U Tickets and they're just £5. If you're heading to Crewe, the tickets, once again, they're on sale until Friday afternoon. And if you are going, safe journey to and from Crewe. I'll be back next Wednesday for a midweek pre-match show ahead of the under-18s taking on Maidstone United here at the JobServe Community Stadium. Until then, have a great week and weekend, whatever you're up to, and it's goodbye for now.